Hello and welcome back to the best cards in the board game Earth. Let's jump straight in with these two awesome terrain cards. Yes, they come with one hell of a soil cost, both costing 13 soil and don't give any points outright, but they come with two delicious scoring opportunities. 2 points per tag, differing tags between the two cards, in any one player's area. So it doesn't even have to be your area. Someone else could be doing loads of, say, that frost symbol. They were trying to go for that middle objective fast, and you can cash in points-wise on it. Doesn't hurt that they also come with some tags that may be going to help you score some objectives. Next up, we have these fantastic Sprouts cards. Now, these are really interesting ones because they give you so much variability in what you're going to do. First of all, when scoring, you can actually count them as all of the different flora types. So that's super easily hitting extra points for different cards. And then they come with this copy one ability. Depending on which card, it's the red, yellow or blue abilities it's copying, and you can change that from one turn to the next. Really cool way of increasing your engine and of course scoring more points at the end when you're counting up flora things. If you've seen my worst cards in Earth, I do not like the events, but I have to give some props to this tiny little card. You're going to want to plop it down. It doesn't give you any points, but it doesn't lose you points either, while it gives you one humble soil. In the base game, soil is hard to come by. Not so much with the expansion of abundance, but one soil, you shouldn't turn your nose up at it. Next up, we have the Giant Sequoia. Now, this is a really awesome one because of its ability comboing. Really nicely comboing with the actual growth scoring. So it costs you quite a bit of soil, 8 soil, but it's a big tree, right? But the ability there, spending 2 sprout cubes for 4 growth, that's huge when you need to get 8 growth on this to score you 13 points. That's a huge volume of points from this one card if you can get that to work. And with that ability, you're going to be able to grow a lot of stuff. Next up, we have another quite cool event card. This one giving you 2 victory points, effectively at least, because the fog gives you 1 sprout cube, which, yeah, you could keep that, and that's 1 point, and 1 growth. That 1 growth could be tipping you over into more points, or it's just going to be 1 point. Either way, 2 points for playing an event card, definitely going to be played for me. Next up, we have these 2 cards, and why I can't pick between them is, well, they have pretty much identical sort of stuff on them. Okay, one of them can have a lot more sprouts, the other one can score a little bit more from growth, but the ability, when that blue is triggered, you'll be able to put 3 sprouts on surrounding flora. Now, that's really useful if you can get this in the middle of your island and just grow a load, spend some of those sprouts, and then trigger blue again to put 3 back on. It's only 3 a time, but it means you can fill up those 8 surrounding cards. Next up is the Angel's Trumpet. Not only does it look cool and have an amazing name, it's got a similar ability. This time, though, you're going to be putting growth, 3 growth, on surrounding adjacent flora. Now that's pretty tasty. Again, that's at least 3 points every time you're triggering this. If you've got the empty slots, and potentially with growth, it's worth more. Moving on to the Shooting Star event, and I think this one I've added on here because it's flexible. It's an interesting one, and it doesn't necessarily lose you too much. It loses you 1 card from your compost because you're going to draw the 3 cards off the top of your compost and keep 1. Maybe you've just got rid of a card and then you've realised, oh, that would actually be good. It's just something extra, a way of getting an extra card into your hand at only 1 cost of a point. Most event cards I think are horrible. This one, it shows some promise. Moving swiftly over to the Japanese Boxwood. Well, this one is mostly on here because it's cheap but has a lot of stuff going for it. It's got a good amount of tags at the top. 2 soil cost for 1 point, that's not bad, and then it's got all that storage. Loads of sprout storage with this sprouts generation ability, 2 sprout cubes, and a cheeky little 1 for 1 growth. That's not the best, but that sort of sprout storage, oh, that's going to be useful, certainly when you play Earth Abundance. And last but not least, we have the Mountain Ridge. This one I just find is a really easy way if you've got the right scoring cards in the game. So because you're potentially already going for that sort of Mountain Ridge habitat tag, actually doing a continuous line throughout your island, that might not be too hard. Considering it's actually on over 40% of the cards, you can score an absolute bucket load of points with this one. So that's the Mountain Ridge, rounding out the list. Of course, these were just 10 more awesome cards and powers in Earth. Go check the original video out, and if you want to know a bit more about Abundance, the Earth expansion, well, I've done a list on cards from that, as well as a preview as well. So go check those out, and until next time, have an Earth-filled good day.